I'm Lloyd and I'm the founder of 𝐷𝐸 Marketing. We work with 6 to 7 figure per year clients providing done for you email marketing services. So in this video, we're going to be going through Black Friday and Cyber Monday, how to prep your brand ready for Black Friday. As we know, Black Friday and Cyber Monday is probably one of the biggest shopping weekends of the year. Over $9 billion was spent in 2023. So all buyers are going to be having a high intent in terms of looking through emails, looking through shops, looking through just stores in general. So buyers are typically ready to spend, especially leading up to the Christmas period where people may be buying gifts for friends and family. So now is the perfect time to capture and retain new customers. The grand scheme of things, people think you can prepare for Black Friday a couple of weeks beforehand, get your campaigns, get your flows all ready. However, this is completely wrong when it comes to email marketing. So in this video, I'm going to be walking you through how to prepare for Black Friday and what is a non-negotiable for your e-commerce brand. The exact steps you need to take to ensure your store is ready to make the most of it, and how to strategize email marketing to double or even triple your results from last year. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what to do and set yourself up for the most profitable weekend of your year. So without last minute panic, let's get into the video. So there are 3 key phases to Black Friday success. Number 1 is building your audience, which is now. So if you're not aware, ads on Meta especially, they start to increase their price when it gets to Black Friday. So your period of running ads over Black Friday is going to be ridiculous. You're going to be competing against every other business to put your ads in front of your customers' eyes. So building your list now by increasing your ad spend prior to Black Friday is not only going to increase your sales now, but it's going to also help build your list ready for Black Friday. So you're going to need to start growing your email list, and with this you're going to need a high converting pop-up or lead magnet. So this is going to be the pop-up when someone clicks your website and then a little pop-up comes up for them to enter their email. With the lead magnet, this is either like a percentage off, so like 15 to 20% off is a good value, or also a physical dollar amount is also good as well. So running small giveaways is quite a good way to capture leads and get your list big. Also start segmenting your list down to VIPs, engaged subscribers and at-risk customers. So when you start targeting people for Black Friday, you want to make sure you're targeting people who have buyer intent, and then they're also not going to be hurting your deliverability, so landing in spam or just not engaging with your emails at all. So the bigger and warmer your audience, the better your sales will be. So how we describe warm is the fact you're going to get these people subscribed to your list now, and over the time they're going to be seeing content from your brand, building credibility and also intrigue about your brand. Number 2 is hype and nurture. So this is what really starts between October and I would even say September to November. So this is where you start teasing your brand. So you want to start hitting at least 2 to 3 campaigns per week and showing sneak peeks of what's to come. So constantly highlighting your best sellers, reviews as well to build social proof. And this is going to build up confidence with the buyer. So also run early access. So the people that sign up to your list, and if they're VIPs, you could run like an early sale to your Black Friday, building up like your VIP loyalty. Also as well, like a lot of brands, they just sell. So if you can use storytelling and just generally just describe your brand and put your brand out there even before the sale starts, is a good way to build up buyer reputation. Number 3, when it comes to Black Friday, you want to be able to sell. So this means you need to have all your campaigns scheduled in advance. And I don't mean a week in advance. I want to say a good 2-3 weeks in advance, because you don't want to get to the point that you're scrambling around, plugging your emails out, doing last minute design updates. This is only going to lead to errors with copy, spelling mistakes. There's going to be like a button that's not linked correctly and stuff like that, which we can't afford on a day like this. So using urgency and scarcity is also a great one. So obviously you've got countdown timers, low stocks and deadline reminders. So obviously the sale's not going to be running on for long. You're going to want to ramp your sale up. So it's going to start off on a Friday, Thursday even, and then start building up and then reducing down to when you start have your deadline reminders. So you can also run different angles each day to keep your inbox fresh. So obviously your Black Friday launch, your last sale and Cyber Monday. So each of these you could be running different angles and testing which is working well. Now, if you don't have anyone running your email marketing and if you're running it yourself, you should kind of have a gist of what your buyers respond well to in terms of purchasing. So if you follow these 3 phases, you're not going to be scrambling, you're going to be strategically ready to tackle Black Friday. Deadline. So are segmented. What this means is that you're going to be targeting people that are going to more likely open your email, because if you're sending your email out to people that aren't going to be opening your email, all this is going to do is land you in the spam, because Gmail is going to see, or whoever your provider is is going to see you as a nuisance and you're just going to be landed in spam. So even if you have all these procedures in place, you're just not going to be landing in the inbox. So it's going to be a poor time for you over Black Friday. Again, campaigns building up the hype with teasers, etc., and urgency-driven offers. So brands start their Black Friday campaigns early in September or October. They typically see 2 times higher revenue compared to brands who wait till November. This is because you can't just flip a switch and expect results. Black Friday is a trust game. So if your customers aren't warmed up and engaged or excited for the big weekend for your brand, they're far less likely to purchase from you, even if you do throw a 50% offer at them. The reason is because of this. So let's take, for example, yourself. Me, I like to wear Nike shoes. So if I was going to buy Nike, I'll probably just go straight on the Nike website. I probably wouldn't even look at the emails. I just go straight to Nike. Why should someone that's just seen your advert on Facebook and go and purchase from you from an email? They're probably not going to. So that's why you need to start building up reputation beforehand and start getting in your buyers' minds. So whatever month you're watching this in, this is your last chance to get ahead of your competitors who are still probably sleeping on this. So if it's before November and you're not watching, please start putting these procedures in place and you will have a successful Black Friday. Email marketing strategy. So these flows here, so the welcome, the abandoned cart and the post-purchase flow, they are going to be crucial throughout your time of Black Friday. So the welcome flow obviously is when they first sign up to your list to get their email and etc. The abandoned cart flow is obviously if they don't purchase anything on your site, they add it to cart and they click off. This is probably because they're having second thoughts. The buyer's just looking around, mooching around. It's important to stay fresh on their mind. So you want to be hitting them with consistent reminders that they have items in their cart. You can also use scarcity reminders on this, saying that you're going to hold their cart for, like 10, 24 hours, however it suits you. This is a good tactic as well. Finally, you also want to have the post-purchase flows. So you've obviously just paid all this money to get them through ads. They've just purchased from your site and it's now time to hit them with the thank you. This can also lead to upsells and following the emails. Again, you want to be scheduling your campaigns with scarcity and urgency. Notice those 2 words I've mentioned all throughout this video are scarcity and urgency. These are the emotions that your buyer will be facing looking at Black Friday. Also, leveraging your segmentation. As mentioned before, you want to make sure your lists are clean and ready to go and that you're hitting your target market. You don't want to be going to people that have just signed up to your site and they've never purchased anything and they're not even opening your emails. The reason is because you're just going to be wasting time and you're going to be hurting your deliverability over the long run. You want to make sure that you're using bold and seasonal visuals. So black and gold and red themes typically around the winter time, Christmas period. You want to make sure that everything is popping on your page. So all the call to action buttons, all of your products and everything, all the keywords are highlighted and easy for your buyer to see. Because in reality, you've only really got that first slice of the email is actually going to look and pay attention to. So if you actually want them to delve any deeper into your email, then we need to make sure it's popping from the get-go. Highlight offers in the first scroll. As mentioned, they're only seeing this first bit, so we need to make sure your offer is bold and it's clear as anything. Just imagine that people are stupid and they're not going to pick up on things, so you need to make sure you keep repeating. Ensure you are targeting mobile first and loading the fast designs. So obviously everyone's more than likely to be on their phones, looking at emails rather than laptops. So make sure you optimize for mobile and desktop as well. So what you can do is you can, let's say for example, you've got a text block in there, you can duplicate the text block, have one for mobile, one for computer, so you can make sure your spacing, etc. fits perfect. You can also reduce the font size on mobile. Site-wide percentage discounts. We need to make sure that, all these discounts are applied across the site and they're highlighted in the email. You can also put in there free gifts with the purchase and VIP for subscribers. So again, this is from you building your list early to have your VIP for your subscribers early on. Also have bundle deals. This is great, and upsells. So with your emails, say for example, they buy something, let's say a water bottle, you could upsell them like a fitness band or something along them lines if you're in that niche.